Hello everybody, this is Knoxef, and in this video I'll be making a spiritual tutorial on how to do the grueling, ultimate, and grindy task that is making a perimeter. I say spiritual tutorial because this guide will guide you through how to do it, what to expect, but it's not a practical one. I won't be showing you how to do block tutorials on how to assemble flying machines or the exact steps, but I'll be more guiding you on what you will be doing in general. This video is aimed at people who are about to make a perimeter, thinking about making a perimeter, or just curious about them. If you watch until the end, you will have all the information to decide if you want to take on this mega project. I'll divide this video into 4 parts. Part 1. What is a perimeter and what is it used for? Part 2. How do I actually make a perimeter? Part 3. How long will it take, and what will it be like? And finally, part 4, conclusion. So, let's get started and answer, what is a perimeter? Well, a perimeter is a 16 by 16 chunk area that every single block but bedrock has been removed from. The perimeter can be larger, and in some perimeters the bedrock has been removed, but in this video I'm going to be going over the smallest 16 by 16 perimeter. The whole entire point of the perimeter, and why every single block needs to be removed, is because it blocks all mobs spawning. Mobs cannot spawn in empty air or on bedrock, so if you are standing in the middle of the perimeter, there will be no spots for any mobs to spawn, and so if you build a mob farm, no mobs will spawn anywhere but in your farm, making it incredibly efficient. You may ask, why don't you just move the farm an AFK spot higher, or just light up caves? Well, the answer to that is a bit complicated. I'm not a technical Minecraft player, but I do know the basics. You want your farm to be as low down as possible, closest to bedrock. The lower it is, the better the rates, as just a general rule. Also, Minecraft checks all the blocks around you for spawning spots, so less blocks reduces lag. That is why people make perimeters that are bigger. The maximum size surrounding the entire render distance is how big perimeters can be, because after that, there's no point. Now that you know what a perimeter is and what it is used for, we can move on to part 2. How do you actually make a perimeter? Well, the main point isn't to mine it out with a pickaxe. I mean, you can and people have, but just please don't, unless you value your sanity or have a team of 20 players. What you do want to do is you want to use a TNT flying machine to remove all the blocks. The same design I used was one by Razorbacks. It goes back and forth and moves one block forward each time. Using it, I completed my perimeter. The problem with this is that water blocks it. So, what you need to do is you need to clear out all the water inside of the 16 by 16 chunk area, just on the surface. If it's a swamp for a witch farm, then you'll have a hard time. But if it's a desert, it'll be easy. Following Razorbacks' tutorial, you can then build up the TNT flying machine and run it. You can either choose to AFK the entire thing, or you can go pass by pass and remove any lava, water, and any other liquids that show up. But wait, there's 2 liquids. Never mind, just lava or water. If you find another liquid, well, then I don't think you're playing the same Minecraft as I am. Anyways, I tested both methods, and they both have their pros and cons. When AFK, any lava or water that shows up will protect all the blocks below it, so you'll have to rerun the machine a second time over that area after clearing out the liquids at a time. The other version includes you using elytra to fill up lava lakes as they appear, but this can be more dangerous and can be slower because you need to stop the machine. But it can be faster in the long run as it avoids you having to clear up later and rerunning the machine. You can decide to do what you feel is best. If you want to AFK, then go ahead, but if you want to play while mining at the perimeter, then I choose to clear up the lava as I go. Now, you know what a perimeter is, and what it takes to make one. But now for part 3. How long will it take, and what would it be like? I made my perimeter from start to finish, over about 1.5 months. I worked daily for 2 to 3 hours. That's a total of 110 hours worked on the perimeter. This is from measuring, draining the perimeter, making the flying machines, running and fixing the flying machines, to finally building the control room and the farms. The amount of time I currently have in the world is 250 hours, so I started with about 150 hours in the beginning. That means full diamond tools, farms for most of the things I needed, elytra, and lots of rockets. If you're starting the perimeter with a less developed world, it'll take you longer, because you're in a world that is more, but if you're in a world that is more developed, it'll be easier. Especially if you've made a perimeter before, flying machines, or anything like a perimeter before. I did it solo 100% survival. It was a pretty grueling task. I spent lots of hours just sitting in a minecart, watching as it goes back and forth, and so will you, but it feels incredibly rewarding to see your work finally begins to pay off as you slice chunks of earth out of the enormous quarry. Part 4. Conclusion. I would highly recommend any advanced Minecraft player to make a perimeter. It is by far the biggest Minecraft farm I've ever made, and even if it took lots of grinding, hard work, and planning, it was some of the best fun I've had making farms in Minecraft. There's a lot of good Minecraft content derived from perimeters, but I thought that making this video was pretty essential, because I think that the community is missing videos that will predict how you feel. You'll feel differently from me, so if you made a perimeter, share your experiences in the comments and leave a like. So, you're all prepared to start making a perimeter and taking your Minecraft farms to the next level, and you know what it'll take, and so you can decide depending on if you think it's worth it. To decide if it's worth it, in 1 hour, for my double witch farm perimeter, my rates were on a single player world: 825 glowstone dust, 800 redstone dust, 745 gunpowder, 763 spider eyes, 1446 sticks, 739 glass bottles, and 648 sugar, a grand total of around 6,000 items per hour. You can decide if it's worth it, but personally, I didn't do it for the drops. I did it for the experience. If you're feeling more comfortable with the idea of perimeters, then leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. This has been Knoxef, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!